some of their slangs, you understand the things that they say. It's hard work, but it can be very rewarding. They actually like it. They like the hours, they like the pace, they like the flex. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tega. If this is the first time you're joining me on this channel, thank you so much for watching today, and I hope that you stay. If it's not your first time, thank you so much for watching and coming back to watch another video. Please do subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications so when I post any new videos, you will be the first to know. So I'm here to help you. I help people, is what I do. That's why today I have come to you with some jobs that you can do with no experience. So I relocated to the UK recently, and since then I've been posting some videos that can help people who are also coming into the UK, moving into the UK. And today there's another one of those kind of videos. 10 jobs that you can do with no experience here in the UK. So I know that you've got big dreams and big salaries in mind, but sometimes they're not just available at the moment and you don't want to stay idle. So you may just need some transition jobs or whatever you choose to call them, just to earn a little money. In some cases, some people do some of these jobs just so they can make friends. You've come into a new city, you don't know anyone. A very easy way is to get a job that you don't require too much experience for, a job that wouldn't take time for you to start, and then you can start to make some friends, get to know people. Also, even if it's not for all of those reasons, maybe you've never worked before, you're new to the job market, you have no experience, you can use these jobs to find out if you're actually cut out for, I don't know, structured jobs, like having a resumption time, a closing time, having to answer to someone and all of that. Or maybe you just are supposed to start your own business or work for yourself. Kind of like a learning curve or something to do besides watching TV all day. So let's go right into the video. The first one that I have here is restaurants and bars. So this is hard work. Before you consider it, it's hard work working in a restaurant or a bar, because you have to deal with a lot of different kinds of people. You've seen how some people treat waiters and waitresses in bars or restaurants. Some people can be really mean, some people can be really nice. But the good thing about this job is that it gives you an opportunity to experience life, like in full. If you really want to experience life, work at a restaurant, you see all sorts. And if you're working at a bar as well, you know that you're going to be standing long hours, you're going to be walking up and down and all that. But it's a very easy job to get. It's usually minimum wage, but it's got a lot of exposure, and then you can make a lot of friends working at a restaurant. The second one is warehouse worker. Let me tell you something. When I first came into the UK, that's the first job that I did. And to be honest, it's been like the most interesting job that I have done. I liked it. One thing I liked was the hours. I got to work the night shift. So I would work at night and close in the AM. I was closing at 6 a.m. I think I started sometime, was it 12 or 1 a.m. or so, and I'll close in the AM. So just a few hours in the middle of the night, and I have the whole day to myself. And I was working for a chocolate company, and I did it during my Christmas break. The reason I couldn't continue that because it was a full-time job, and I'm only allowed to work full-time on holidays. So immediately my holidays were over, the contract ended. They needed people for Christmas holidays, so I worked with them during that Christmas holiday, and I absolutely loved it. They used to give us, I didn't like chocolates until I started working in that place. I started trying out different chocolates. They used to give us chocolates, and it wasn't so bad. Now I eat chocolate. I'm not a fan or anything, but I eat chocolate now. And then I like the fact that there were a lot of different people from different places there. I met this Jamaican girl that just really liked me, and we just clicked. But after I left there, I just kind of lost touch. But that's another job where you can walk around the time that you want. It's easy to get. You don't need any qualifications, you don't need anything special. It's available and it pays the bills. The third one is store assistants. There are a lot of stores in the UK that I know. I know that during this COVID or after COVID, a lot of them closed down, but there's still a lot of openings. You've got clothing stores, you've got bike rental stores, you've got store assistants, basically, just like you sell to people. You're basically in the store helping people with choices. You go to a ring store, someone is trying to find something they can't decide, or you go to you help them, you show them around. Okay, is this what you want? Is this like, okay, do you want to consider this? What do you have in mind? Those kind of stuff. Or maybe you work in one of the grocery stores as a store assistant. Maybe you're filling up the racks in the store, refilling the shelves, or maybe you're at the till, at the checkout counter and all of that. You don't really require experience to get those jobs. They just need some kind of personal qualities from you and, you know, common sense mostly. And then most of it they teach you, they give you a basic training of what you will need to do and for what you will need to do, and then you can start and you start earning money. Next one is front desk or receptionist. I think they're the same. I don't know. Yeah, receptionist, whether it's front desk or middle desk or back desk, or kind of like receptionist, or should I call them customer support or something like that. I think customer support is now very broad, so let's leave it at front desk or receptionist job. People always need front desk and people and receptionists. Some of these ones require experience though. You see when you go through the job adverts that some of them require you to have 1 or 2 years customer facing experience or 1 or 2 years receptionist experience, but most of them do not require experience. They just need you to be able to communicate very well with people, to speak well, and to be able to, you know, basic interaction. And you know, if you're able to adapt and learn, you can do the work of a receptionist. So if you find the ones that they're not specifically asking for, sometimes they say experience is preferred. It's preferred, but it's not compulsory. So if you have experience, you don't have experience, you can still apply. So I think the important thing is when you send out your application, what your CV looks like, and then if you get across to do an interview, how you're able to express yourself, how you talk. I think your personality can get you the job at the end of the day. So that is less stressful, I think. Although receptionist, front desk, you meet a lot of people depending on the kind of place where you're working. If it's a busy place, of course, you'll meet a lot of different kind of people that you have to handle. And if it's not a busy place, you might be quiet, you might be bored, or it might be that you're hired to be a receptionist, but then you may end up doing some admin functions or some personal assistant functions, like booking meetings for your boss, arranging their calendar, all of that kind of stuff, setting reminders, typing, printing, sending out mails and all of that stuff. I feel like a receptionist job where there's a lot of flexibility in it, where a few things are added to it, helps you even build experience for you to you know, progress into the job that you actually want. Also, there are people who are receptionists their entire lives. Like, people actually build careers in receptionists. Is it receptionist? In receptionism. No, I mean, like, it can actually, it's something that I wouldn't even mind considering. I do not mind working as a receptionist. I haven't considered it until now, but you know me, the kind of person I am, I do every kind of job. I've done a lot of jobs that either I'm qualified, I'm not qualified, whether it's my field or not. I just like to experiment because I can like anything. I don't know what I would, you know, like. And I temporarily enjoy some things, and then some things, if I commit to them long term, I find that I don't want them anymore and I'm already committed. But okay, moving on. But it's a job that you can do without experience, which is what this video is about. And then the positive part is it can offer you career progression as well. Next thing running behind the receptionist and front desk is call center representatives. They do not usually need experience. Some of them ask for experience, just like the receptionist. It's kind of like a receptionist job or customer care, but the difference is you're going to be handling phone calls. You either be calling out and receiving calls, or mostly receiving calls when customers want to make inquiries, complaints come in. I have worked as an account manager before. It wasn't really a call center, but it was part of my job. I was a sales executive. It was part of my job to call out clients and also receive their calls. So you can be trained to do this, because whichever company you want to do that with, they need to already, of course, they will already have a template or a call plan or whatever that you're saying to the client, or how to handle different kind of scenarios. So they have to train you for that particular one. So I think the important thing is how you speak, how you express yourself, how confident you sound, and how much of a mediator you are, like how you can handle yourself in some kind of situations. Because when you're in a call center role, you can hear anything, they can tell you anything, they can say anything to you, but you just have to know that it's not personal, and then you try and calm customers down, because sometimes you know that you could be that customer. So when people get frustrated about stuff, how you're able to do dispute resolution, how you're able to, you know, upsell stuff. Like someone is crazy about something, they're mad, they don't want something anymore, they're upset and all, you calm them down and you try and sell another thing to them. And that's probably not what call center is, that's like sales. But I'm like, if you can speak well, express yourself well, communicate well, talk to customers well, then you can apply for a call center job that doesn't require experience. Okay, next we've got personal assistant. I, for one, I am not a fan of personal assistant jobs, because I feel like, I don't know if it's always like that, but the few ones that I've seen, the timetable, the timing is always like, you know, it's always like you have to work with someone else's time. Whoever it is you're assisting, most times you have to work with their time. And it's not always, it doesn't always follow a pattern. That's the reason I don't like personal assistant jobs. I was an event planner before, so it's kind of like the same thing. You're like an errand girl or an errand boy, that kind of thing. But if you're not the type who, if you're the type who doesn't mind running errands, because that's what it is, kind of like being a receptionist but on the go and attached to someone to take records of their business life or work life. Sometimes they spill it onto their personal lives and you're like assisting them with everything. But it's a job that you can do without experience. It's something that you can be trained for. Also, your personality and your adaptability skills can help you on that job as well. But for personal assistant and front desk, I think you need to be able to use basic Word, Office tools. Is it tools? Like Excel, Microsoft Word, those PowerPoints, the basics. You need to know the basics to be able to do all of that, I think. Yeah. Next, we've got support worker. Support worker, there are a lot of vacancies for support work, just like warehouse jobs. You don't require any kind of experience, but they will train you. What it involves is supporting people that cannot do stuff for themselves. It may be mental health support. It may be just companionship, like it's someone you just want to sit with. It may be someone that you need to drive around. There are different phases to the support worker thing. But wherever it is you apply to, wherever it is that you go to, they will specify whether they want experienced or non-experienced support worker. And if they get you as a non-experienced support worker, they're going to give you the basic training that you need. There are some compulsory trainings that support workers must have to be able to start work. But most agencies or companies, or what do I call them? Yeah, most employers of support workers, they have training in place. And then before you start, most of them make you, you do like some shadow shifts. A shadow shift is when you work under someone that already has experience. So you're not really working with them, but you're watching. It's like training in practice. You're watching what they're doing and learning everything that they do. I work with independent people with learning disabilities, helping them to live independently in their own homes. That's the kind of support work that I like. I have worked with the elderly for a short time. I think I survived that for about a month or two before I realized that it's not my thing. First of all, I don't like the dynamics and all of that. But apart from that, it's very rewarding work, especially when you're able to actually help people, or you work with people that you've actually connected with, because most of these people depend entirely on you in most cases. So it gives you this discipline and empathy. Like, you develop empathy even if you don't want to. You know how to discipline yourself, you know how to do things that, see, I feel like it teaches you a lot of things. If you're coming into a new place, you're coming to the UK, for example, for the first time, I would advise you work in supported living, I think, or care. You do care support work, whether it's for the elderly. I even advise you do the elderly, work in care homes. You interact with people, you understand the culture, you understand the things that they say. I would advise that. It's hard work. It's hard work, but it can be very rewarding. And remember, it's a transition job. But then some people find out that they actually like it. They like the hours, they like the pace, they like the flexibility, and they stay there. Next one is a virtual assistant. I didn't know how widespread this was. I used to think it was something you only find on those Fiverr and People Per Hour, those online jobs website. But apparently, companies and individuals now put out actual job, what do you call it now, job ads for virtual assistants. So you're a personal assistant, but you don't have to be there physically. It's still the same thing. You work with someone else's schedule, timetable. I don't know if people should tell me. So you work with someone else's timetable just like a personal assistant, but you work mostly from home. You don't have to be there physically, but you do everything else the same. I think in this day and age of work from home and FaceTime and Zoom and everything, it has made virtual assistant jobs a lot more popular, because now you are on a fixed salary, or you're paid hourly or something, but you're actually employed as a virtual assistant, and you basically need no experience for that except they specifically ask for it. Now the next one, you can work as a delivery driver. You don't need to have a car because you can use a bike. If you know how to ride a bike, get your bike, register with one of these delivery companies. I know there's Deliveroo. I don't know if Just Eat uses a bike, but I know Deliveroo. You start working like that part-time. You get their app or whatever it is, you register and all of that, and when they have a delivery, they send it out to you. You go and you get paid. If you have a car, you need a full driver's license to be able to use a car to do delivery jobs. So if you have a car with a license, you're self-employed technically, because on your own time you go on the app, you register with a delivery company, and when there are deliveries, you take it, you go deliver it, and you get paid. Easy. Finally, hair or nail tech. The reason I left these things to the end is because you actually need experience to do them. Yes, but if you already know how to do them, instead of looking for customers on your own, if you don't want to be self-employed, then you can, apply to any salon or beauty parlor or any place, and then you get employed to work, and then you're working off of their customer base without you having to go hunt for clients by yourself. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope I have been able to help you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you watched to this point, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications, and if you have any other additional jobs that people can do with no experience in the UK, please please drop what am I saying? Please leave them those suggestions or additional jobs down below in the comment section, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.